Welcome to A Little Extra Travel, where we share experiences, reviews, tips and tricks from our travels, and provide a little extra context about traveling with a child with a disability.
In this video, we'll provide an overview of the Punda Vibes experience in downtown Willemstad in Curacao.
This trip, we were staying at the Curacao Aqua All-Inclusive Resort. They offer a free shuttle bus to Willemstad on Thursday nights for Punda Vibes. So what is Punda Vibes?
Well, we'll have to give a little bit of history and context to answer that question, so stay tuned. The downtown area of Willemstad is divided into two districts, Punda and Outra Banda, which are separated by St. Anna Bay and are connected by the Queen Emma Bridge, which is known locally as the Swinging Old Lady. This is a floating wooden pontoon bridge that swings open to allow large ships to pass in and out of the harbor. The bridge was built in 1888 and has been renovated many times over the years.
In fact, they were doing some work on it while we were there. The bridge is now only available for pedestrian crossing, and cars are rerouted to the Queen Juliana Bridge seen in the distance. Our shuttle bus dropped us off on the Outra Banda side of St. Anna Bay, next to the Riff Fort. The Riff Fort was built by the Dutch as one of the 6 forts to protect and defend the island. It is now converted into an outdoor mall with shops and bars and restaurants.
Side note, we're Canadian, so please bear with us and assume that we may not be pronouncing all of the names appropriately.
Oh, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're really sorry, eh? We really tried our best, but... Claire's singing in the background. When we got there, the bridge was just swinging open, so we stopped to watch the whole cycle. When it was back in place, we made the leisurely stroll across the bridge over to Punda.
Ja? Ja, we waren hier 3 others.
As a side note, if you do need to cross while the bridge is open, they have ferries that shuttle passengers back and forth free of charge.
We actually did this during our last trip, and it was a really fun experience as well.
Punda is an adorable shopping and cultural district in the heart of Curacao. The famous Punda Love Hearts had sadly collapsed shortly before our most recent visit and were replaced with this more sturdy but much less aesthetic cage-type apparatus for people to lock their love locks on. The legend goes that if you write your names or initials on a lock and lock it on the love hearts, your love would last forever. But like so many tourist things nowadays, it became too popular to be sustainable, and the new installation just does not have the same appeal, sadly. People were actually putting their locks on the cannons and other historical artifacts and structures, so they've been trying to protect them by providing this fencing option. The neighborhood of Punda is a colorful and walkable neighborhood where there's an abundance of shops, bars, restaurants, street art, and attractions for both tourists and locals to enjoy. This world-famous strip of brightly colored 18th century Dutch colonial buildings is an unmistakable Curacao landmark. This was our 4th visit to Curacao, but our first vlogging, but this view never gets old.
There's tons of street art here, and it's fun just to wander around and stumble upon different installations, murals, and sculptures. course, also fun to take pictures with the giant Curacao and Dushi sign.
If you aren't familiar with the term douchey, you will be soon after your first visit to Curacao. It's a very commonly used compliment in the local Papiamento language that has different meanings depending on how it's used, but they're all positive. So it can mean delicious or tasty when referring to food. It can mean sweetie or babe when referring to a person, and it can mean nice or great or lovely when referring to an experience. It also just describes the general island philosophy or vibe. Vida tadushi, life is sweet or life is good.
Okay, so what is Punda Vibes?
Well, every Thursday night is basically like an unofficial festival here in Punda. Patios are packed with people, bars and restaurants are hopping, there's tons of live music around every corner, there are outdoor markets and vendors, and it's capped off with a short but nice fireworks display. The Punda Vibes event officially runs from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. with fireworks at 8:15 p.m., but you can come and go as you please.
When we got here, we were lucky to snag a table at the waterfront Iguana Cafe patio.
Yeah, I remember we were first seated on the sidewalk side of the cafe, like a few tables back from the water. And as soon as the people left the waterfront table, the waitress came over and was like, "Do you guys want to move?" It was just so nice. It just, like, to me, that's the Curaçaoian hospitality. We didn't have to ask or request it. She just right away took care of us. So that's what we appreciate about Curacao. The view on the water was spectacular. We ordered some appetizers and drinks and just watched the ever-changing view as the sun set and the lights on the bridge got brighter and brighter. There was live music and such a relaxed vibe. It was really like a highlight of our trip.
One note though is that there are no railings here along the water, so you might want to keep your distance if you have small children or any elopement concerns. Luckily, Claire's pretty tired and chill this evening, and she's content to just sit, dance, and enjoy the view. After eating, we began to explore.
We enjoyed different musicians and singers around Punda. While making our way toward the firework viewing area. Our daughter Claire has Down syndrome, and sometimes she struggles with a lot of walking as well as sensory overload in loud, hot, busy, chaotic environments. And so we brought her stroller with us so that she would have a safe space, more comfortable, and also easier for us to keep track of her in what was a pretty hectic environment. Also, the night we were here, it looked like they had a premiere for a kids choir or a school. They had like a
music video.
A music video, yeah. It was really cute. They were playing it on repeat in the square. Like, Claire loved watching the video, but I haven't been able to find any information on it since we got back. So I haven't been able to watch it again or figure out what it was for or who did it. So if anyone has any information, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we were able to watch the fireworks display from the area where the Curacao sign is located. After the fireworks, we made our way back towards Otra Banda to catch our shuttle.
We stopped in a few shops along the way, but we didn't buy anything this time. We managed to hop on the bridge while it was still open. Before catching our shuttle.
Know before you go. The vibe is relaxed. You don't need to book tickets ahead of time or pay any admission. You could show up when you want and go where you want, leave when you want.
The only thing you might want to do ahead of time is make a reservation if you want to go to a specific bar or restaurant. And there are a couple of rooftop patios that look really awesome and really fun. So I definitely recommend you reach out to them ahead of time online if there's a specific place you want to go. But like I said, if you just want to walk up and you're pretty flexible, just grab a drink somewhere, it's pretty laid back.
In terms of accessibility, the streets are somewhat narrow and some areas are cobblestone. So as with many islands, navigating with a wheelchair or mobility aid can be a little tricky, but not impossible. The bridge is wheelchair accessible with ramps, no stairs.
We always bring noise canceling headphones with us everywhere we go for our daughter. And so she's actually started to enjoy fireworks as long as she has her noise canceling headphones on. So with all the live music, it's different people playing and singing around every corner. It's a little bit of chaos. Yeah. So definitely recommend bringing headphones or earplugs or loops if anyone in your group is sensory sensitive to noise. So we've been to Willemstad and to Punda and Otra Banda. I think every time we've gone to Curacao, right?
Yeah, this is the first time we went at night though to the Punda Vibes.
Yeah, and it was so fun. I'm so glad we went. The lights were amazing. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, the bridge is all lit up and just there's a different view at night than you can ever see in the day.
We enjoyed it during the day because it's fun to walk around and see all the murals and all the different sculptures and go in the shops. But the vibe at night was just so different with all of the singers and all the live musicians and then the lights.
Just everything lit up gives a different, you can see the lights off the water, which is really cool.
Oh, it's so spectacular. And it's hard to believe it's free. You show up anytime. It's every single week, every single Thursday. It felt like a really special festival like you'd have in other places once a year. So definitely if you're in Curacao for the week or if you're there on a Thursday, highly recommend that you go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You could also go there during the day, but at night it was nice.
Yeah, the other thing is it's so hot during the day. So walking around in that heat and that sun beating down, there's not really shade anywhere. That gives it a different experience too. So at night it was much cooler. Like the weather was actually nice.
Yeah.
Sitting right on the water, getting the breeze, less humidity, no direct sun. Like it definitely felt so much more relaxed for that reason too.
Yep. Come say hi. Did you like Curacao?
I did.
What was your favorite part?
I really love spending time with my family.
Comment below if you have any questions or comments about Punda Vibes, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more travel content like this.
A little extra.
Punda is yeah, that's down.
And the